Hi guys, good evening. Hope everybody is well and had a good day, having a good day. It's only 7:15, so obviously the day's not over. But I just wanted to come on, and I've just put my order in from tonight from the Warm and Fuzzies and some teacher gifts, and I just wanted to talk to you about a couple of things. And also to reference the post that I shared earlier, because I've had a couple of questions in the last kind of week. Obviously, whenever there's an incentive trip or something big happens, it creates obviously a lot of momentum and a lot of buzz around the business and the company. But I want to talk to you about the real life changing. Are you sitting in here? Do you want me to go in another room? All right, sorry. That is the only thing about being in here. I can't wait. You don't have to have a Scentsy office, but I did used to have a Scentsy office I could go and hide in, which I will have again, but I'm kind of going to talk about that in a minute. You absolutely do not need a Scentsy office to work your business, but he was just cracking me up because I thought he was going to come and sit right next to me. And I know not everyone might be around at the moment. Let me come on here. I don't know if I can see any comments. Say hi when you jump on. I can see people are on, but I can't see who is around. Let me just jump on and see if I can see comments, because I can see there's people watching, but I can't see any comments. My phone's just not my friend at the moment with this topic, but I hope everyone is okay. Just give me a second. Okay, so say hi when you jump on, guys, because then I can see if comments are working. But yeah, so first of all, I want to talk about customer connection, and I have just placed my order. Like I said, I know not everybody might be around. Hey, Debbie. I know not everyone might be around at the moment because people might be in their dinners or putting little ones to bed or whatever. And that is obviously the beauty of this business, is that it fits in around you and your life. But I'm just jumping on now because I have just put my order in. Hey guys, hey Caroline, hey Claire, hey Jessica. Well, Claire, you know that my little man is eating a cucumber because Claire was messaging me about something, and then Finley was like, I want a cucumber in the background. So that is a little insight into my life. Let me put my laptop there so I can see them in front. But yeah, so I want to talk about customer connection, because the order that I have just placed, and it kind of touches on what I talked about in my flipping spur of the moment live in the car earlier, which just put baby down quick because I saw he was like, oh, bless you. When I was saying about the importance of not just posting and running on social media and actual customer connection, I want to give you some examples of where the PRV that I've just put in, I think was 239 PRV. Most of that, the only one of that, I had one warm and fuzzy warmer and one flower order yesterday. The rest of that has come from follow-up from today. None of it was come from posting on social media. And some of it has come just literally from actually messaging people that I know I've got children, and when I'm done, I'm literally going to take some screenshots and drop them in the comments. So when you can see when I'm talking about this, what I'm actually doing. So I'm not just saying, oh, this is what you need to do. I'm going to actually show you tangible things for you to have a look at. I also need to say, right, we've had a lot of new people over the last couple of years. When I first started Scentsy, right, in 2017, I sometimes people talk about aging, hormones, menopause, perimenopause, whatever, brain, whizzy brain. If you know me for years, people have talked about my whizzy mind. Now I literally sometimes go to talk on lives, and the words that I want to say don't come out as I intend. I sometimes do watch lives back, and I'm like, where is that girl gone? Where is that girl that that competent person that can speak a sentence that doesn't sound like she's been drinking vodka for her breakfast? So if ever I stumble across my words, I'm not complaining. I am loving aging and all the wonderful things it brings with us, but genuinely I go to speak sometimes now, and it's the words won't come out. It's I stumble over my words. So if ever that happens and I just take a moment to catch my breath, it is almost I need to connect my brain and my mouth, because sometimes they're just not clicking. It's why I'm so disciplined with my exercise, because when I exercise, it clicks it just helps with my brain. That's why I drink so much water. Anyway, so I just feel I need to put a little side note, because I do sometimes when I'm talking now feel I can't connect to my brain and my mouth. But I'm here, I'm still doing it, but I just feel I need to put a little caveat to that. So today I made a decision that, again, my personal goal for my PRV every single month was always a 2,000, and then obviously the rules changed, and it's now 2,500 for that extra 5%. Now, years and years ago, once I earned that additional sales bonus, and once you've had it and once you've earned it, there's no way I'm not having it. There's no way I'm not going for annual sales. So for me personally, now your personal goal might be 250. Your personal goal might be 500. Your personal goal might be 1,000. Obviously, everybody is at different stages in their business, and your personal goal is going to be relevant to you. So like I said earlier, no comparisons, but for me, my personal goal is 2,500. I am nowhere near that yet. So I have just literally screenshot it to some of the girls and said, like, so when I put my order in tonight, I'm at like 1,400 and something. I don't know. 239 of that came from follow-up today, from this morning, because I got up and I was like, right, I need to get like a massive chunk of PRV, like toward, further towards that goal. Obviously, we've got a week till the end of the month, so I need to get over 1,000 PRV in a week. This is me putting it out into the universe, holding myself accountable. I will be following up like a crazy person. I've been asking for WhatsApp parties today. I've got my borrow bag booked out, which is going out again tomorrow. I'm just saying. But what I'm saying is, it's okay to be at this point in the month and be like, if you're not, don't think that, everybody's just like sitting pretty. Like, everybody has to work for it every single day. But that 239 PRV came about today because I was like, right, we are coming up to... Dan, is that you, or is the dog chewing something? Right, okay, sorry. I thought my dog was destroying something, like the cushion that she ate earlier. So I was like, right, we're coming up to end of term. We had the Warm and Fuzzies launching today. So I did a search in my customer group for Disney. So if ever you've interacted with anybody that likes Disney, or has ordered Disney, or somebody that loves Disney, I know there's a mum at the school with a daughter in Finley's class that's told me she loves Stitch, so I messaged her. She hasn't ordered. She said no, thank you. She might have said yes. So this morning, literally for like 15 minutes after I dropped Feline to school, I did some really intentional follow-up with people that I know love Disney, maybe have ordered Disney in the past, and said, like, have you seen these warmers that are launching this evening? That got me 2 orders for the Warm and Fuzzies. So one, the Cheshire Cat, and one Winnie the Pooh, okay? I'm going to screenshot all these conversations so you can actually see, like, how simple follow-up has to be. I messaged maybe 6 or 7 people. 2 people came back and said yes. 2 people came back and said no. And the other 2 or 3 didn't reply. They read it and didn't reply. And again, that's okay. It happens to us all, okay? So that's first of all. And then one of them, when I actually followed up with her later in the day and asked for payment because she hadn't paid, she actually came back and said, oh, actually, I've changed my mind. She'd been on the website and she'd seen the Nature's Escape bundle, and she was like, oh my God, this bundle is like such amazing value. I'm going to have one of them instead. So I was like, yeah, no worries. So we changed the order to that. So that was the PRV for the Warm and Fuzzies. And then the rest of it, I had put a post in my customer group and on my personal page about teacher gifts and on my stories. So anybody that had interacted on any of that, like, I don't mean people that had actually messaged or said they wanted, people that had either liked, loved it on my stories, put a love heart on it. I reached out to them and said, thank you for liking my post. Do you need a teacher gift this year? I then went to people that had ordered teacher gifts last year. I searched in my customer group. It's why I always thank people for ordering, because whenever somebody orders, I say, thank you for your order, your teacher gift order, or thank you for your flower order. Because then when things come up in the future, you can go into your customer group and you can search like teacher gift or thank you for your teacher gift order. And then I went back to everybody that had ordered teacher gifts last year and said, hi, my lovely, hope you're really well. Do you need a teacher gift this year? Again, do you need a teacher gift again this year? Again, some of them ordered, some of them didn't. All I've done for teacher gifts is, not all I've done, when I've given examples of, I went onto Pinterest. Obviously, I've got some that I've made before. Other people in here have shared some in the image sharing group. I also went onto Pinterest and found some examples of. So there was examples of, because obviously in the past I've done ones with car bars. We don't have car bars anymore. I've done ones with hand creams. We don't have hand creams anymore. So I was trying to find some examples of. So I went onto Pinterest. I have shared them in the image sharing, and I did share them in here last night. So there's examples there of scent circles and room sprays, scent packs, fragrance flowers, mini fans. Oh, the dog is chewing something. Just bear with me. Minnie! No. Yes, no. No, absolutely not. guys, she was chewing my garden furniture cushion. Not anymore. Right, but yeah, so then I literally said to people, do you need a teacher gift? You don't need to overcomplicate it. Keep it super, super simple, and it's going to be a yes or no answer. And some people came back and said, oh, yes, I do, or no, I don't. And then also what I did is I went down my friends list, or I went down my customer list, and I thought, right, who's got children of like school age who might need a teacher gift this year? And literally just messaged them and said, hi, my love, do you need a teacher gift? And again, I'm going to show you some screenshots of examples. One of them said, oh, actually, I've already bought a few things, but what have you got? She ordered 3 scent packs to be wrapped. Somebody else has just come back and asked for different prices, which I've given her some examples. She's now thinking of what she wants. But as a little caveat to this, right, I don't feel like I've done much. Oh, hi, crazy dog. I don't feel like I've done much work today. I went to the gym. I took Finley to school. I did do some deliveries this morning, so some of these were voice messages. Oh, I also just spoke to some of my customers, like on their doorsteps when I was delivering. And then at 12 o'clock, I was back here. I went live to you guys. And then we went out for lunch for Dan's birthday because it's his birthday on Friday and he's working. So from like, and then it was like school pickup time, and then I've been doing dinner. So I don't really feel like I've done that much follow-up today. But in my little like 15 minutes before we walked out to lunch and Dan was on the phone to, who was he on the phone to? Oh, our, sorting out our car. While he was doing that, rather than like sitting and doom scrolling, I thought, oh, I'll do some follow-up. That was 15 minutes. Another like 15 minutes when we got in from lunch before we went and picked Finley up from school, I did a little bit more follow-up. While dinner was cooking, and Finley was watching, they'd been out in the garden and he was watching Bluey, I did a little bit more follow-up. These were literally in like 15-minute bursts of my day. So a little bit after the school run, that was the warm and fuzzies. And then literally in like short 15-minute bursts, instead of sitting and doom scrolling, I did some really intentional follow-up. And that has resulted in 239 PRV today. Some of it for teacher gifts, some of it for the warm and fuzzies. Some of it, like I said, not actually for what I was messaging for, but for something else because she'd been on the website. And I've got somebody else who's thinking about a whiff box. I have put that order in because in case the warm and fuzzy sold out. But the teacher gifts, some of them I've added on tonight and some of them I've said, right, I'll add them to my month-end order so I can get them in. But I just wanted you to look, none of that is just posted. I have obviously posted on social media today, but none of those actual orders came from posting on social media. So be honest with yourself, like have you today or in the last few days, have you actually intentionally reached out and said to somebody, do you need a teacher gift? Because that is all I asked. Like I said, I'll screenshot the messages, and I'll show you so you can actually see. And sometimes we get all in our head and we worry about like, right, everything I'm going to say in a minute are all examples of things that people have said to me. I don't want to annoy people. I don't want to feel like I'm bugging people. I don't want to, you are a business. You are a business owner and you are providing a service. The amount of people that have said, oh, yes, I do need teacher gifts. Yes, thank you. Like, let me know what you've got. You are helping people. It's a crazy time of year. People are busy and you're actually offering them a service to help them. Like I've said a million times, Next, don't worry about following up. ASOS, don't worry about following up. You know, all of the above when they send emails. You are providing a service. And if you want your business to grow, you need to get comfortable with doing follow-up. But don't think about it as follow-up. Think about it as customer service, as customer connection, because that's what you're doing. You're providing a service for your customers. And that is how your business, if you don't build like real relationships with your customers where you feel like you can drop them a WhatsApp or you feel like you can drop them a message on Messenger, your business is never going to grow. So that is the thing. So that is what you need to think about, is like real customer connection, actually reaching out and sending them the message and asking them a simple question. They might say yes, they might say no, they might not reply at all, and that is fine. Honestly, if you're hearing no, it means you're working. If you're getting ghosted, it means you're working. You need to, if you get offended or worried or if people don't reply, that is something that you need to work on, because honestly, it happens to all of us. I do not even think about it now when somebody doesn't reply. I'm like, all right, no worries. And then the next time I'm offering something, I'll message them again. One time, hand on my heart, only one time in 9 years, has somebody messaged me, or nearly 9 years, has somebody messaged me and said, can you please remove me from all of your mailing lists? And I was like, yeah, okay, no worries. Didn't take it personally. She still likes my other stuff on social media, but she didn't want to be messaged about Scentsy anymore. No, twice, sorry. And once, somebody did come back. She commented on something on my personal profile once and did order my wax. It's nothing personal. You never know what's going on in someone else's life. They might just not want to hear about it for a while, and that's okay. It's a bit like if you're on any mailing list and you remove yourself, like, it's okay to do that. So that's the first thing I wanted to talk about, is like really, really, really get comfortable with customer connection. Okay, that's where your growth is going to come from. The second thing I want to talk about really quickly is, you know, people talk about like the life-changing possibilities of network marketing. And earlier on, I shared some commission slips. It's a post I've shared before. I wrote the first post in 2020, and I've now added some more bits to it. And I am a totally open book and always will be. And I always remember, like, you know, real pay slips being shared with me, and that's how I understood what was really possible with network marketing, and that's why I was so like driven and passionate about it. And yes, some of those figures and those numbers that I shared today are life-changing. Like, they are in so many ways, and we've had some like phenomenal times over the last, it's been when I say it's been a roller coaster and it's been a wild ride, it has been a wild ride. Like, you know, I bought my dream car for a little while, like I did, and would I buy it again now? No. I don't want to come across spammy. We should make connections first. Absolutely. But these are all people that obviously are my customers, and that I was messaging. I would never, ever, ever, ever just cold message somebody. But if somebody is your customer and you already have a connection with them, absolutely message them. And what I mean is, if somebody has bought from me before, whether it's 2 weeks ago, 6 months ago, or 2 years ago, they are still my customer, so I will still be messaging them. It's not spammy. I have a connection with them. I've never ever sent a cold message in all my years. So yeah, you definitely need to make connections first. So yeah, coming back to what I was saying about like the life-changing stuff, like network marketing is life-changing, and I do share those things to share what is really possible. Like I said, you know, all the things that are on the vision board, like I said to you the other night, like I don't share these to impress you, but more to impress upon you that, like, no, I know, Nikki. Oh my God, I've just realised comments have come up. It has been, like, it's been bonkers. It's been a bonkers ride, right? But without going into, this isn't me getting my violins out, like, and some of you obviously that know me personally know the full depths of this story, and I'll happily share it with anybody that wants to know. But like, you know, we had a whole debacle with our house a couple of years ago, and we have lost a lot of money, a lot of equity. Any equity I've ever earned as an adult has gone. So we've lost a lot of money through circumstances that are out of my control. But do you know what Scentsy then gave me? And this is what I'm talking about, like the life-changing things it can give you. When all that was going on, and it was really hard, and I could have just not showed up for my business, and I cried a lot of tears in those 2 years, the tools that Scentsy had actually given me to enable me to get me through that actually taught me that, like, money or like financial stuff, what goes up will come down. And what it taught me though is that it can come up again. So it gave me the tools in my toolkit to understand that, like, this is what I was saying about the other day, to dream bigger and understand that, like, you are in control of your future. But actually the things that really matter, like, if you've, I feel like I've gone off on a bit of a tangent. They were all amazing things, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with having, like, financial goals, is what I'm saying. It's okay. It's totally okay to have those. In fact, it's really important to have them, because it's amazing to have things to strive for. But you've got to celebrate the little wins along the way. And actually, if you have your health and you have good people around you and you wake up every day doing something that you love, that is a blessing, right? So Scentsy can bring those huge financial gains. It can, right? But what it can also bring you is self-confidence, is belief in yourself, is personal growth and, like, personal development. It can make you a better human being. It will give you the skills and the toolkit and the ability to approach situations in your life, nothing to do with Scentsy, whether it might be in your family, in your other job, in your relationships. It will give you a new lens, like, to look at life through, if that makes sense. And I have had so many messages over the last 9 years of people saying, like, oh, this happened today, and because of Scentsy and because of the work that I've done on myself and because of the, like, personal development I've done, I dealt with it differently, and I didn't get angry and I didn't erupt, and I've put some boundaries in place, or I've not let that person, you know, get inside me, or what, do you know what I mean, like bother me in here. And that's what Scentsy will do. It literally can change you as a person for the better, because when you work on yourself as a human being and you work on your personal development, that is going to spill out into, like, every other area of your life. And it's about learning the circle of control and understanding that whether you realize it or not, you are actually in control. Even when there's external things going on in your life, like I just said, we had some crazy stuff a couple of years ago. You sometimes can't control external circumstances. So, like, you can't control if people ghost you. You can't control if people are rude to you. You can't control if your warmer turns up broken. Or you can't, I'm obviously trying to bring it back to the business now. You can't control all these things. You can control how you choose to react to them. You can control whether you get angry. You can control whether you decide to be like, oh my God, woe is me, life's really hard today. Or you can go, do you know what? I'm really grateful that I've woken up and I've got eyes that can see and legs that can walk and breath in my body, and I'm here another day to give it my best shot. Like, these are tools that being part of Scentsy and being part of this community and working on your personal development will give you. And none of that is a monetary value. My personal growth is laying the foundations for my business, and Scentsy is helping me develop it's all part of, like, I always call it, like, the big, beautiful, like, Scentsy jigsaw. And in my younger years, like, I've always been a little bit like this. I've always, you know, I grew up in a household with a mum who has a disability, and she wasn't as severe as she is now. Like, some of you will know, some of you won't know, my mum has MS, and she's completely bedbound now. Like, she never leaves her house. My daddy's a full-time carer. She has nurses going in every day. Like, she is extremely poorly. And growing up in a household like that, without even realising it, that was having an impact on me and how I viewed the world. Because even in those, what some may deem as, like, horrific circumstances, she never moaned, she never grumbled. She's always grateful that she can see her she might not be able to get up and run around with her grandchildren, but she can see her grandchildren, and she's here. And without realising it, growing up in that environment was already, like, laying the foundations for what I then, as I became an adult, what I then learned, that actually we are in control of that. If you look at people, this is getting really deep now, but, like, if you look at people in, like, third world countries that have to walk miles and miles and miles to get water every day, they are so grateful for everything they have. And us in the Western world spend our time grumbling, moaning, feeling hard done by, oh my God, woe is me, life is so hard. It is not. It is not. And actually, when you start to realise that we are in control every day, doesn't always mean it's going to be easy. But that, again, that's what Scentsy is going to give you. So, again, shock, I've gone off on a massive tangent, but I'm just going to flip you around, and some of you have seen this a lot of times, but this is why I have these things. And so I have the circle of control above my desk every single day. Things that are in your control are the amount of effort, how you take care of yourself, your decisions, how you handle your feelings, whether or not follow the rules, how you treat others, your actions and your words. And you cannot control all these things down here. You can't control what other people do or say, other people's choices, all these things. And this is the biggest one. Always, always, always be grateful. And when you are, like, it just opens up your world to like a whole nother level. So some of you might listen to that and be like, what is she banging on about? What is she talking about? But I promise you, and I'm not saying everybody has to delve into personal development to as deep as that as me. But one thing that Scentsy has taught me is that It's absolutely okay. In fact, it's so important to be who you are in this world, because then you will attract the right people to you. So in my younger years, I maybe would have shied away or not been my woo-woo self in certain environments for fear of what other people might think. And what's happened over the last 11 years of entrepreneurship is that I don't care. Like, I genuinely don't care anymore what people think about me. Not that I don't care, that's the wrong word. You know, I still have a heart. Like, I have a huge heart, but what I'm... Oh my God, my dog's chewing something again. Just bear with me. Minnie! What is that? This is literally like a snippet into my life and my brain. It's all right, it's her toy. Oh, that's where I was going with this. Yeah, but what I mean is, if you live your life worried or like chained by other people's opinions, you're never going to do anything. If you worry about, oh, what's this person going to think if I go live? Or what's this person going to think if I ask if they want to borrow a bag? Or what's this person going to think if I start making reels? Or what's this... Do those people pay your bills? No, they do not. All you are trying to do when you build your business, when you reach out to that person, when you have that conversation, when you are in a social environment and you talk about your business, which some people might go like, oh, network marketing's not a real job. It is. It is. People just don't understand it. And that's okay. Like, they don't have to. There are some people in this world that as long as you live, they'll never understand Scentsy and they'll never make any effort to. And that is okay. Because they don't have to. Because the people are out there. And this is the thing. You have to start to think bigger. That there are billions of people in this world. Okay? Literal billions of people. And when you start showing up as yourself in real life and on social media, you will attract people to you. And some people might unfriend you and unfollow you. And that's okay. That's happened to me loads over the last however many years. That's okay. They're not my people. They're not people that I want to join my Scentsy team. They're not people that I want to interact with. I have a rule now. If I am going to be in your company, the prerequisite for being... This is like from a video from Will Smith. The prerequisite for me spending time with anybody is that I leave feeling happy and good. If I spend time in any environments, like literally where people, like, I don't listen to words, I listen to how my energy feels around people. And if ever I'm in an environment where it doesn't feel good, you'll never find me there again. And anyone who knows me knows that to be the truth. I am so selective of where I spend my days and my time and who I spend it with. And I have absolutely no problems in saying, if I'm invited somewhere and I don't want to go, I'll just say no. Like, my time and your energy is your most precious commodity. And if you're spending time in circles and you're coming away feeling drained and negative and they're like whinging and gossiping about people, why are you spending time there? Like, why? Like, nothing good is going to come of that. So just be a little bit mindful of where you give your energy. Right, I'm going to go because this, what was going to be like a quick 10-minute live, has turned into like 45 minutes. But never mind, that's what happens. That's what happens. I am going to download this and put this onto YouTube because one, Facebook started deleting videos after 30 days. And two, I used to do that a lot more, and other consultants in other teams have said before, like, can I share stuff a bit more again? So I'm gonna download this and put it on there. So have a wonderful rest of your evening. I hope some of this resonated. I hope some of this made sense. I'm just really excited for like where we are right now. We're in a real, it's just a buzz and an energy, and I love it. And I'm really excited to see where you all take this, because literally, like I said, you have so much potential in your hands every single day. And when I see you guys stepping out of that comfort zone, starting to achieve things that you didn't see possible, like, that is like absolute solid gold. And it just, like I said the other day, like, you guys are part of my extended family. So I'm just so proud of everybody. So, right, I'm going to go. Lots of love, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.